Welcome back, everyone. This is part 39 of my series on the Fallout New Vegas add-on called Old World Blues. And as far as I know, I haven't checked the quest, but I think we're still trying to make our way to the Forbidden Zone. Well, I guess we're in the entrance. Let me see what quest said. Well, maybe we're there and we just have to meet with this doctor. Kinda like to know what that sound effect is, because it kind of sounds like something shooting at me. But, well, I shouldn't say at me. Okay, there's something over there. A security turret. It's not hostile. Oh! Never mind, that's the... Was that why the thing always stayed in the middle? Is it needed that to power it? Really? We can't get up that? Oh, I need to be all the way up there anyway. Okay. I don't know why they even put that.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Oh. I forgot this suit did. I guess that huge cement block I just walked most of the way around is there just to, just for those steel beams, but I don't know, it seems like the steel beams could go directly to the floor. Well, now this is getting inconvenient. Didn't expect to walk up here and find a force field. Was going a little faster than perhaps I should have and thought that would be stairs down rather than just falling off. At least I didn't take any damage. Yeah, over here the steel beams go straight to the floor. Ugh. I wonder what the point of that concrete block was. I mean, yeah, it took a few seconds to walk around it, but I have a hard time believing that was the entire purpose of putting that in the game. Now, if it was like some huge obstacle... Okay. I feel like I must have missed something. Oh, okay, it wants me to specifically use this entrance, I guess. Oh, nothing in there I want. Always glad to pick up ammo. Oh, that reminds me, I picked up at least one weapon from that giant robo-scorpion, because I remember it was one of the... one that's an acronym that starts with L. L-A-E-R. There. Now instead of two, I have one that's in better condition. I'm guessing that's the only one, but I'm going to take a quick look. That'd be funny if you could repair throwing spears with other throwing spears. Quite sure how that would work, but I had to look since I have multiple of them. Oh, I bet my armor's not doing great. Oh, that's the other thing, is the... I wonder if there's much point in having the suit equipped. Well, we'll leave it at this point. However, we will repair these two if we can. Just so I have one at maximum condition instead of two taking up weight in my inventory. I guess that's kind of obvious. Did I look in this one yet? Nope. Okay, I just thought of something. This might be the completion of this DLC. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other quests. So, before... I assume there's a door I have to go through before I confront this guy. I better save. Binoculars? I already have a pair. They'll value 50, I guess I could sell them. I am curious. I assume... Yeah. Perfect condition. I didn't see, I mean... Well, I guess if you're standing there with your binoculars getting shot at, maybe they could take damage? I don't know. Oh, so if I had managed to sneak up here without getting killed by the Robo-Scorpion, and if I had that jukebox activated, I could have taken this tape back to the jukebox, and, I bet this is the one that would have, enabled me to really mess up that Robo-Scorpion, the giant one, with that sonic emitter. I suppose I would have to have something along the lines of, like... Well, I guess I could use stealth boys. I always forget those things. I was going to say... I probably would have to have, like, sneak skill 100 or something. I wonder what it said right up in the corner of the screen before I popped into here. Oh, okay, is that all? What's interesting is, once before I had the same question, and I remember saying, well, I'll just have to go back and watch my video to see, what it said. And I thought, well, hey, I'm glad I'm recording, even if, you know, I don't think I have many views so far, but, you know, if nothing else, at least I can go back and catch things I missed. However, I just realized I forgot to do that. Alright, so now I'm going to do that save that I was talking about, before I go talk to this Dr. Mobius, is it? And then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, I don't think I need to sneak around here. I don't think he's going to attack me. And if I'm wrong, I just saved.
Yo! Hello there! You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Okay, now when I watch on YouTube videos of someone playing this, I believe they managed to work with him and not end up having to fight him. I don't even know what kind of fight that would be like. I mean, I don't see anything that looks like much of a weapon, but I'm going to try being nice to him.
Perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. It went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises? What the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Flying tortoises. That's interesting.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Wow, this guy's special. Alright, let's see here. Well, again, only one nice option. Well, I guess the second one's kind of okay.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
The theoretical one was a lot more evil. Well, he asks that question, I guess we're just going to change the subject on him.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Okay. Boy, I wish I could save right here. I guess I can always come back.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Alright, so I'm going to save in case I manage to mess up the conversation with my brain. That's a good one. My body talking to my brain. All of a sudden, I'm no longer well rested. I guess this is just a bit stressful for the courier. Okay. Must have missed something.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again? Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
I guess I'll go with this one since he's been sarcastic.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Well, there went that whole option without getting him to, rejoin me or whatever you want to say.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
I thought it was one half of the brain was logical and the other half was emotional. Anyway, he's blaming it on the glands. Well, I think this is going to fail, but I've seen those other options before, so I'm thinking...
And you're an expert on your own glandular delusions, are you? No. Leave this one to an impartial authority. Me.
Okay, yeah, see, now I have this... Well, you know, this sounds like a nicer option.
Well, maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a knifekin with a penknife is a bad idea, you'll listen.
Yeah, that proton axe is about the minimum I'd want to have when dealing with a nightkin.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Wow. I'm gonna try this one.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Well, that looks like a fail. 27 of 75. I guess I'll try this one.
Well, certainly there might be some things I miss about being ambulatory. We have seen some incredible sights, haven't we? Jason Bright and his followers launching into the vast unknown. But still, given the tremendous, potentially life-ending peril that went along with those, yes, I'd rather stay here.
Well, I guess I'll try this one.
I don't believe it. It's just a simple fact. One may as well believe the Earth is round or that the specific gravity of uranium is 18.9.
Running out of options here.
Oh no. Please, don't leave me here in this nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so bleak it was actually improved by the end of the world.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how I could bear it.
Okay, maybe this will convince him.
It's true, the brains here have experienced some degree of deterioration. I'm confident that with a few decades of work, I can solve the problem.
I wish I had higher...
Actually, yes. I do think that. I think that exact thing. All the time.
I almost feel like I'm kind of out of luck because of not having high enough science and whatnot.
What did you think all those self-preservation instincts were, All those times you thought for a fleeting second, maybe I shouldn't punch that death claw in the face. That was me telling you exactly how I felt before!
Well, let's go with this one. It keeps
After the
showing
think
up.
tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome. Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Oh, good. I was wanting to ask this one.
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though. as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Well, let's see if I can convince him this way. I'm guessing no, but that's why I saved.
Ugh, crawl back in there? Are you mad? I don't know where you've been. For all I know, you're riddled with disease or packing one of those delightful head wounds you seem to attract. I'm not crawling back into your head just to ooze right back out again.
That's funny. You can either promise to take better care of yourself or lie, say the exact same thing.
Even if I believe you, and I'm not saying I do, we still have one significant problem we're facing. Even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of reconnecting nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share. And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead. Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
Boy, none of these are real high. Uh-oh. Let's go with this one.
With an attitude like that, it's small wonder you got yourself shot in the head. I'd like to find a nice little place to live, maybe in Good Springs, and settle down where we won't get shot at. Not as often, at any rate. But since that doesn't seem likely, what's your plan?
Isn't this the one we just...
Very well. I suppose I have no choice. Goodbye, peaceful, soothing brain jar. Hello, head wounds and scorpions. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodoc can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Okay. Well, I know we're way past 15 minutes, so I don't know if I'm going to end up splitting this recording or not. I'll have to look at it and see if I can find a good spot. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day.